Broadcasting live from Sargent City on the bench in Boise, Idaho. Welcome to Live at the Hive. That's what I'm talking about. Great crowd here tonight. We've got a great show for you. Coming up a little bit later, Love the Magicians here. I'll introduce these guys in a minute. But just a little bit about the Boise Hive, non-profit musicians resource center, and our mission is to prevent suicide, and it starts here with music. And we have services here. We have a food pantry, counseling, some couches, and lots of rehearsal space. And so if you want to check us out, boisehive.org. And without further ado, please help me welcome back SIREN'S Reign!
Why you were never breathing, the darkness that you've overcome, and all the prayers that you have done. Don't you get in my way, break my wings to fly away, save me from this day. Don't you get in my way, break my wings to fly away, save me from my way. This anxiety that they put us through, to stand alone this fight, well then I'm willing to. Social distancing that they talk about, 6 feet away to man, well I'm about to shout. So the media, they say they're not involved, yet they beat us lies with a catapult. Think I've had enough, my back's against the wall. We come together with love, and we'll be standing tall. Don't you get in my way, make my wings to fly away, escape from this day. Don't you get in my way, make my wings to fly away, escape from my way. Comes out of nowhere, knock me down, are you insane? Yourself while you were never prepared, darkness that you've overcome, and all the prayers that you have done. Don't you get in the way, make my wings to fly away, escaping from this day. Don't you get in my way, make my wings to fly away, escaping from my way. Comes out of nowhere, lock me down, are you still insane? Thank you very much. That was 19. This is called Dementia.
next one, our very own Siren wrote. This one's called Don't Look Away.
It's about mermaids. Mermaids! We like mermaids.
I can hear the faint call. Too far to see, but I feel the draw.
Waiting patiently for the man of my dreams, dreaming of my next victim's scream.
As I get closer to the sound I hear, my heart begins to swell with fear.
Not to worry, you can come near. I've got a song that you need to hear.
Can't look away.
Don't look away.
Sound of your voice has made me
My friend. Don't look away.
Sound of your voice has
You
made me
are my friend.
baby pray. Sound of your voice has made me baby pray. Sound of your voice has made me My eyes land on a sight to see this beautiful woman in front of me.
As you get closer to the sound of my song, you start to realize your life is gone.
As I taste the poisonous kiss, so glad my life is ending in bliss.
Hold you in my arms and take your last breath. Let me introduce my friend Dan.
I can't look away.
Don't look away.
Sound of your voice has made me
My friend.
look away.
Don't look away.
Sound of your voice has
You
made me
are my friend.
Sound of your voice has Sound of your voice has I can hear the faint call. Too far to see, but I feel the draw. right, dang it, I'm tired of singing. You guys sing now.
Now it's your turn.
It's not easy carrying all you guys.
That's right. And this next one is one Shane wrote for his little brother.
This one's for James. It's called Borrowed Time.
Never getting the chance to try. Could you find the time? Could you lay it on the line? Could you take a step outside? Would you spread your wings out wide? Try to fly, try to fly, flying on borrowed time. Try to fly, try to fly, flying on borrowed When the time comes that you feel you're going down, when this world it seems so big and you swear you're gonna drown, could you find the time to get on the line? Could you take a step outside, spread your wings out wide? Try to fly, try to fly, flying on borrowed time. Try to fly,
now that you're in a nice lulled spot,
Now that we got y'all lulled down,
now we're gonna slam you.
we're
Here
gonna
we
hit
go.
you hard.
This is our title track.
Siren's Reign. As we row on, you draw closer to doom. All that you want will surely be mine soon. As you approach, you feel fear in your heart. If you resist, I will tear you apart. As we run through your town, you'll hear our mighty sound. As we run through your town, you'll hear our mighty sound. Thousands have fallen by my mighty hand, spreading like fire across the whole land. I'm the bringer of death and destruction and doom. All that you covet, I'll take and consume. As we come to your town, you'll hear our mighty sound. As we run through your town, you'll hear our mighty sound. All of your children will soon be last names. That's how your elders lie rotting in graves. All my desire is under my rule. You will continue loving mouth. As we run through your town, you'll hear our mighty sound. As we run through your town, here we come. You'll hear our mighty sound.
Oh, thank you.
Very, very nice, yeah. The drummer needs to take his breath real fast.
We gotta get some water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the next song's pretty rough too. It's a little happy-go-lucky tune about the apocalypse.
Yay.
All right, here we go.
I'm down over here.
Come on, Don. Get it together.
It will be a first for Hive, Live at the Hive.
This is true. This is true.
Drummer perished.
Just before the apocalypse.
He kept the time still.
It is.
And he's still dying.
No, we're playing.
He's got all these fans right here. All these lovely, lovely fans. Anyway.
Oh, I dropped my stick. All right, it's gonna get louder now.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got 2 more for you, and then we're going to make way for Love the Magician.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's been an honor and privilege to play at the Hive stage. You guys do great things for the music industry and the community. We love it. Thank you so much for having us. This next song is called Mr. Recluse.
It's about a creepy spider. right, ladies and gentlemen, we got one last song for you, and we got our guitarist has got a tune, and also I got a tune, so you're getting a little extra song here. It's our tuning song.
We got it. We did it in the beginning. Everybody knows we are Siren's Reign. Michael doing the tuning song is Michael Holsmer.
Hello.
Our bassist,
Hi.
consummate professional, probably the best musician in the band.
Oh, you're too kind.
And then Rihanna Moser, aka D, our siren, has always been, has grown so much and has brought so much to this band. I absolutely love her. And then Stacy Stryker is Captain
Right
Dirty,
there. That guy right there.
the best hype man a band could ever have. And then holding the beat down and keeping the finances straight, Don Melvin. He's a living legend, ladies and gentlemen. And I am the leader of these musical miscreants, and they're my responsibility, and I love every one of them. Thank you for having us. We are Siren's Reign. We got one more, and then Love the Magician is up. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
This is called Run to Oblivion. It's about using up all of our resources and not saving any for the people that are coming after us.
A nice lighthearted topic. Screams out in pain as you take your pain. You tear the world apart. No one listens to their heart. As you increase your pace, as you suck your face, grabbing on your can. No one wants to lend a hand. Faster and faster you run, making yourself a perfect version. Here's what's up for your son. As you run to oblivion.
Welcome back to Live at the Hive, and we're talking to Siren's Rain now. And what do you have to say, Michael?
I think that was probably one of our best shows. I think the mood in there was electric, and we stomped everything and felt really good. I think that was a very, very good, fitting send-off for us.
Oh, send-off. Yeah, rumor has it. All right. First of all, D, before I'll save that question for a minute. Remind me about the spider thing. The recluse thing. All right. Shane, as the front man, head architect of this project, what's going on? Rumor has it you're done with the last show. What's up?
Yeah, we've been knocking around for almost a decade, and I have been performing live for like over 15 years now, and I've got some grandkids coming up and growing up, and I just kind of want to change chapters and do something else for a little while. So just done with the grind for a bit. I'll never stop doing music, and I never got into music thinking I would ever accomplish what we've accomplished, for sure. So I'm very proud of it. I'm proud of all these guys and what they've done, and ready for the next thing.
Outstanding. All right, thanks for sharing. Yeah, we're gonna miss you guys. Hopefully you pop back up in another version.
I'm waiting for the reunion right now.
The reunion tour coming up later.
That's right.
All right. D. Hi. So do they really call you Mr. Recluse?
I mean, they do now.
All right. So yeah, what's
He's been dying to ask you that.
well, I mean, all right. So yeah, what are you gonna do now?
I am actually starting in with a new band at the moment, the Omega Trend. So I'm a newbie in that one at the moment, learning my part and place with them. And I did one song guest appearance for them in March, and then I'm gonna stay on and learn and do some more. So I'm excited.
Very good. Very good.
Chapter.
Yeah. Lots of new chapters coming up. So closing the book on a couple of the old ones. Dirty. I mean, what are you going to do now?
I can't really say exactly what I'm going to do. I mean, I'm not quite sure, but, we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, anything's possible.
Okay. Good answer. It's sufficient for all of us. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Don, what do you have to add to this? Siren's Rain maybe come to a close.
I'm going to miss this group, as they grew on me. They're like family,
Well,
Love you guys.
yeah, I used to play in this band and had a great time.
So awesome. So awesome.
Yeah. Well, this is the guy that everybody else had to tell that turn the volume down. Maybe 20%. Anyway,
Just a skosh.
yeah, just a scotch. All right. So let's talk about mental health now. We like to save lives around here through music and prevent suicide and whatnot, and help people, kind of get their mental health tuned up and sharpened up. So Dee, we'll ask you first. How do you get out of a funk when you're in one?
Oh gosh. Nowadays it's just remembering to get back to super present and grateful. Just finding that space of right here, right now. I have everything that I need, life is good, and lots of gratitude, and just kind of finding my center there helps me, kind of brings it back down, calms it all down, and pulls it through. Yeah.
Wonderful answer. We all have stuff we can be grateful for. Everybody,
Yes.
I think. Don't you agree?
Tiniest thing. Yeah, even just I'm grateful right now that I love my pillow. I'm happy I have a good pillow.
Exactly. Get to you in a minute, Shane. Michael, tips and tricks. How do you stay fresh upstairs in the attic?
For me, I like to immerse myself, especially in media, and try to find things that resonate with me really well. Music especially. There are certain songs I can't listen to without a tear coming to my eye.
Tell us a couple of.
A couple of them. Well, on the topic of mental health, Bullet by Hollywood Undead. That one's pretty heartbreaking. I don't know.
Makes you feel though, right?
It does, and I feel very deeply, and those songs will pretty instantly bring me back to like the moment where I found them, and thinking about how far my life has come, and just like where I'm at, how I'm able to carry on with myself. I'm constantly looking for inspiration for that every day. It's a big thing for me.
Cool. Thanks for the answer. All right. We'll finish up with you. Dirty, how do you stay sharp?
Staying sharp, as in right in my head.
Yeah.
I keep hanging out with these guys. They help me immensely.
One thing I know about this group, they're all really tight and really good friends. All right, Don, what do you do to keep your,
mental state? Well, I don't allow or let negativity get into my life. I'm always looking positive and moving forward all the time.
glass half full?
Half
empty or broken?
It's probably over full now, and I just want to get on my second cup.
All right, Shane.
Always room for improvement.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Shane. Tips and tricks for somebody that's thinking about doing some harm to themselves or others.
It's tough because when you get into those places, it's hard for you to find that value in yourself. So a lot of self-love, I think, would be a lot of it. Maybe, look at yourself in the mirror and just know that you're valued and that people love you, and regardless of what you may think of yourself, there's people around you that care about you. You just have to look. You really have to put in that effort to find the gratitude, the happiness, some spark to roll you out of bed every morning and keep you doing what you're doing. Music is a lot of that for a lot of people, and I love what you guys do here for the community and for mental health and for musicians and just all of it, man. It's very heartwarming to know there's places like this in the town.
Outstanding. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Shane. Dee. What's your name? Oh, Don. That's right. Michael and Captain Dirty. Okay, one last question before we wrap it up. What's your favorite color of Easter egg?
Yes.
Okay. Pastels, you have a favorite?
Pastel, like turquoise.
Turquoise. All right, that's a good color.
It's got to be a shade of red or something for me.
I can see that. Yeah. Pink?
That works.
All right. Okay. Okay. Cool. Don?
Oh, I like green and white and black together.
Oh, there you go.
That reminds me of tequila.
We are a safe and sober space here. Just had to throw that in. All right, Dirty. Easter eggs.
Easter egg, emerald and jade is my favorite colors.
Yeah, those are fancy. No one said gold. No golden egg. No one's after that.
No.
Oh.
Does gold not count under yes?
Yes, you're right. He got them all covered. All right. Siren's Rain, thank you guys so much. It's been an honor to have you run in, to the Hive and play on our stage. And hope to see you around. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
My honor. And come back sometime. Sure. Come see some shows here.
Oh, yeah.
And anyway, spread the word like you do. All right, we'll be back with Love the Magician right after this. Welcome back to Live at the Hive, and give it up for Siren's Rain. This is a real lively crowd. Thank you guys for the great response. It's been a great show. How about Siren's Rain? Yeah. All right, enough of me. Let's get to the music. Please help me welcome Love the Magician.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Love the Magician.
Alright, so we're going to start out rootsy. My song Pan Sister, Get Into the Groove. being here. It's just cool to see so many cool faces, people I really admire. So thanks for being here and hanging out with me and my music. This next song is going to be my next release that I'm going to release sometime next month. This is a song that I originally composed after my first year doing human rights activism in Colombia, in conflict zones there. And you can check out the story of this song's creation at my recent trip to Colombia on my social media at Love the Magician Records. The song is called Peace Communities. Now our government spends our tax money. A drogo in Colombia, they're fighting. The Cold War done after half a century. So needed new war for the 90s. It is really about exploiting the territory. Control coal, bananas, oil, whatever it may be. It's really a war for drugs, actually. If not, then why Uncle Sam's so friendly with the Colombian army when they are known to be in cahoots with the paramilitaries, the same ones who from cocaine make the most money. Of sweeping to control the country's economy. The pot has displaced millions from the peasantry and massacred the peace communities. No justice, just impunity. But we can still do something. Spends our tax money. A drug war in Colombia, they're fighting. The Cold War done after half a century. So needed new wars for the 90s. And in the process of sweeping to control the country's economy, millions displaced from the peasantry. And massacres against peace communities. No justice, just impunity. But we can still do something, 'cause this history not erased from the victim's memory. Still they are struggling forward in peace peace and dignity. Let's stand with them in solidarity. Let's stand with them in solidarity. Thank y'all so much. It's such a pleasure being here. This is my first show, my first performance in over 10 years. So what a special treat, share it with all of you. I'm going to be doing songs from 3 albums that I have in the works to give you a sense of my electronic new age reggae rock. And my first album just went live today, and you can get that on Bandcamp, and I'm going to be playing various songs from that album. But this song right here is a peek at a release down the line. And it's a shout out to all those who commit to learning about the world and critical thinking amid disinformation. Journalists, academics, artists, and activists. This is called We Know. Corporate media reports lies. Military machine trying to buy our minds. We know what's going on. We know what's going on. We know. Majorities by winning elections, but killing opponents and voting suppression. We know what's going on. We know what's going on. We know. Thank y'all so much. So that last song, Resistance, and this one are both from my album that went live today. And commentary on our current political moment. This song is called Breeding.
Create the pure nation with only one race or religion, eliminating difference as salvation. Scapegoat some group for economic ills rather than the rich who run Capitol Hill. Bourgeois capitalism creating its cult leader whose every word is taken as truth. Problem is that the mind clouded by fear. All I wish is to think and act clear. Problem is that the mind clouded by fear. All I wish is to think and act clear. exploitation creates social war. Slavery, genocide, and redlining. Desperation and competition for jobs. Divided and ruled, out come the fascist mobs. It's not caused by individual prejudice, but instead structural injustice. Problem is that the mind clouded by fear. All I wish is to think and act clear. Problem is that the mind clouded by fear. All I wish is to think and act clear. By fear, all I wish is to think and act clear. Problem is that the mind clouded by fear. All I wish is to think and act clear. Thank y'all so much. So we're gonna shift up the vibe the rest of the way. This one's called Goticas, Spanish for little drops. este sonido, rearme de tu rodea el peso, goticas de tu labio.
All right, thank you all so much. I want to give a shout out to some people who have helped me get to this point. Recording engineer and mixer Jason Ringelstetter, the Tonic Room Recording Studio. He's backstage mixing this as well right now. Darian Renee of Muse Studios for vocal coaching and music production from Nate Yake Music. This track you're hearing right now is to give you a taste of a song that's still in the process of being fleshed out and composed, but it'll be done someday. It's called Sooner or Later. song I mistitled Dark Slow Reggae. That's the name that got onto the computer file, and I've stuck with it. This next song is more aptly titled Keep Connecting with the Music However it Feels Right for You. But this song is called My Meditation, so feel free to meditate along with me. This is my prayer session. This is my meditation. Thank you all so much. So the last two songs I'm going to do are two tracks from my current album that just went live today. You can get it on Bandcamp before the album goes live anywhere else. And this is an album that I originally recorded and released when I was in high school. And I have reproduced the songs for a 25-year anniversary edition. This next song here is the first I ever composed on keyboard, inspired by the Chilean and Californian coastlines. It's called Land and Ocean. All right, thanks a lot. I'm going to close out with the song that opens my Love the Magician album. This is called Intimate Welcome. y'all so much. I'm Love the Magician. Good night.
Chris, let's give it up one more time.
Thank you so much.
For Love the Prophet. I mean, love the magician. Love the magician. Anyway, are you supposed to love the magician or love the magician?
So I came up with the title because I couldn't explain, I still can't, how these songs happen. They just come out of nowhere. It's not like I think of them ahead of time. They just happen. It's like you touch an instrument, and when you try to tap into kind of a higher power, it's almost as if it's magic that's doing it. And so I kind of came up with this concept of it's magic, or there's a magician that's really speaking through me. God, nature, the universe. And so when I say love the magician, I'm saying for us to embrace that higher power and that energy. And if we do that, art will come out.
Well said. Okay, so how long have you been working on some of these tracks?
I mean, these go back to the late 90s, mid 90s when I first started composing music. When I was in high school, I wrote a bunch of these songs back then. Some are more recent, but it's been over 10 years since I've even played any of these. So I just started getting back into them last year and finally looking to kind of produce them the right way and release them out in public.
Fantastic. Yeah, I think you should stick with it. 10 years, that's a long time. You got your own mic. Yeah, that's a hot minute. What have you been doing for 10 years?
Well, kind of activism and research and kind of, my life as a professor kind of takes over and, you do that and all that. But I'm at a point in my life where I'm ready to get back. And I also think we really need art and love really in this moment that we're living in as a world, as a country. And so I feel like it's a really good moment, not only for me, but I think for a lot of us to kind of embrace our creative side.
You plan on playing solo the rest of your, you going to keep it solo? You going to add some members? Any thoughts?
We will see. I have so many songs that I've composed, so I'm going to stay solo for a little bit. But one thing that I think I'll probably end up doing is teaming up with an electronic drummer or so and kind of play these songs and let someone do some of the percussion as well, which I think would be fun. But we'll see. Cool. Maybe a band as well is in the works down the line.
Yeah, cool. Not that you need it. You're one-man do-it-all show. Sounds great. Maybe you don't need the help.
Right on.
All right, so let's switch now to what brings us here. And we are here to prevent suicide, and it's through music and this great event center and artists such as yourself coming and gracing us with your energy. And so, how do you use music to keep your attic out of the fog?
Yeah,
keep the fog out of your attic. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's a great question. It's really important. I think for me, music is a way to connect with the divine. Call it God, call it nature, the universe, and I think connecting with that force is a stabilizing power for us when we feel down or depressed or those kind of emotions, right? Face challenges in our life, kind of connecting with that. But the other thing is community. And even though I'm a one-man band, cultivating community with friends, with family, with people you care about is really important, and for people not to be alone in those situations. And precisely that's what the Boise Hive is doing here, is not only having musicians be able to express themselves, but also creating that community. So that's a key part in kind of what we need facing these challenges that everybody goes through.
Very good. I feel like I've known you for a long time. Are you sure we just met tonight? Did you cut your hair or something? Yeah. The best part of my job is coming here and besides putting on the production with this amazing team of team members, crew members. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. Happens. So I was saying the best part of my job, but it's also having these conversations with you about important things that really brings me back here. Been doing this for 6 years, not that it's about me, but community is, this place actually defines community, and we are lucky to have this place. And we've got counseling services here if you need it. And, you know, don't be afraid. If you know anybody out there, send them here if they are struggling. And if it's a non-emergency, please call or text 988 or 911 if it gets severe. But or thrive at boisehive.org. And so, yeah, it's with music that we come together. And like you said, we channel that energy from somewhere, right?
That's right. Peace, love, and resistance, you know, all together. We got to resist things that are wrong in our world, and we need to love each other as we do it. And these kind of spaces are important for that. So let's keep it going.
Yeah, for clearing out, you know, the darker matters. All right, so last question. Thank you for that response, by the way. It means a lot, and, you know, it's out there forever. So I hope somebody picks up on it, and it touches their lives, and just like your music. And all right, so last question, and it's Easter season, but also Boise is the city of trees. Do you have a favorite tree? Spirit tree, maybe?
Well, I mean, I grew up in a pine forest, and so I have a soft spot for pine, kind of the scent of it. I know they soak up a lot of water though, so they're not necessarily the best for the other trees, but they are beautiful. And you know, sometimes things that when we grew up from, they're a power we draw from as well. So
you know what else they suck up? Carbon. Lots of carbon.
That is also true.
And you know what they emit? What do they emit? Oxygen. That's right. Okay, enough about the science lesson. Okay, last question. What's your favorite color of Easter egg?
Well, red. Red's got to be it's my favorite color, and you paint those eggs a little red, I'm into it.
Well, you heard about the red dye number. What number is it? 5. Number 5. Red dye number 5 has gone away. So I guess what do you do then?
Got to bring it back. Yeah, totally. That's right.
Bring back the red dye number 5, everybody. All right, I'm done here. I've talked way too much. Chris with Love the Magician. Please give it up for Chris. Yeah! It's been our pleasure to have you here, and we hope to have you back sometime soon.
Thank you all so much. Good night.
Good night. We're out of here. Thank you.